Back again in my little corner, trying to think of something to say. It's snowing outside. It is very snowy. It's like snowed a foot, I think. Greetings. Hello, humans. Hi, how you doing? What's up? How's your life going? Hope it's good. We are talking about this trend in the sewing community called a Make 9. I've seen it pop up the last couple of years and I was always like, oh well, that's really interesting and fun. It happens every year and the idea is that you're going to make 9 pieces of clothing. I'll see people make like pants and skirts and dresses and all that kind of stuff. I'm working on adjusting my personal style a bit and trying to do like this journey of self-discovery to figure out exactly what it is. So I've gone ahead and I've picked some stuff that I would like to make for my Make 9 because I've done a couple of pieces now and it's really not that big a deal to sew something, especially if you've done it a few times and you're familiar with the process and you've screwed up enough to understand what's going on. Not me. I've never screwed up anything in my life. First thing we're going to go over is McCall's M7184, which is a pinafore. A pinafore, if you don't know, is a skirt, like overall skirt. I hope the dishwasher isn't too loud. So it's a skirt, and the original McCall's pattern is quite long because it's a vintage style pattern, and I'm ordinarily really unimaginative. I know that's like shocking for me to admit. I, like most of the human population, don't have much of an imagination unless I'm really prompted to think about it. So one day I was scrolling through Reddit and I came upon this girl who had made this pattern, and she did it in this orange and blue plaid, and she was wearing a t-shirt under it. And this just kind of struck me in just the right way. It was like heaven had opened and the angels were singing, and I knew that I had to make one for myself. Even though I don't really wear skirts. But I'm trying to change that. I think ideally I would like to do something similar, and I would like to do an orange and black plaid, but I don't have an orange and black plaid, so instead I have this gray plaid. I feel like we're just going to do that.
So here's our pinafore mock-up. It's pretty straightforward. I just put the overlay on top of the gray plaid, and then I also found a t-shirt to put in there so I could see what that would look like.
I think that could be nice, and I think if I end up liking it, then I will go out and find some orange and black plaid. I think I'll eventually go out and find orange and black plaid anyway, because I need orange and black plaid in my life. Our second piece for the Make 9, I think it's called Mélilot. It's French. It's from Deer and Doe Patterns. They are a French indie designer. Now I've done this pattern a couple of times. I have done 2 shirts that need buttons still, but everything else is done. And then I have another shirt that I was kind of in the middle of construction of. I was just using up a remnant and it's sitting up in my pile. But the Mélilot, it has a rounded collar instead of a pointed one. I think what I would like to do is I would like to point the collar, and for this I have 2 options. The first option is this rose and skeleton hand fabric.
Since I would have a limited amount of fabric for this one, I would also be making the collar and sleeve cuffs using black cotton.
I had made a dress with this, and so I just have this remnant, and I think I have just enough to do a shirt. but I'm not quite sure. So I also have this other option as a backup, which is half of this tarot card Halloween print and half black, and then the back would be black. I just thought that would be like kind of neat to have a half and half shirt.
Since I'm using another remnant for this, I would do the same thing where I made these one sleeve cuff and the collar black as well as one of the pockets, just for some contrast.
You know, I'm kind of leaning toward the half and half shirt. I think it looks really cool, and I think it'll be something different. That will be number 2. And now for the third piece in our Make 9, we have the Brin Dress. So I have this subscription to Seamwork, and basically I get 2 patterns every month. I thought this might be nice because it's kind of feminine, but it's not too feminine, and it's got some options. I can wear it by itself, or I can wear it with a t-shirt. And there is the regular pattern, and then there's the bonus pattern, which has the buttons down the front. And I kind of like the buttons down the front. I feel like I'm going to do it in this gray linen. And then at the end, I was kind of thinking, what if instead of just having a plain gray dress, we just put a little embroidery on it? Just some simple black leaves.
This piece will also be fairly straightforward since I'm just using the gray linen here and have added a bit of embroidery based on things I had seen online.
I think that would be really cute. I have a shirt dress that has some embroidery on it, which I really like. And I would like to do something similar, but a lot simpler. This is another Seamwork pattern. It is called a Hawthorn, and it is actually a full dress. They also have this Peplum version, and I'm not really one for Peplums, but in an effort to kind of push myself outside of my comfort zone a little bit, to be mildly more feminine, I think that we're gonna go with this, and I do like it quite a lot. I think it looks really nice. I've seen on Instagram some mock-ups that people have done and some finished pieces people have done, and I think that the amount of femininity depends on what kind of fabric you've used. This one I'm not sure what I will pick. I was also kind of toying with doing it without sleeves, but I'm not sure yet.
I really like the color and the pattern on this one. I think it might look really nice without any sleeves. I really like this bat fabric, and I think it could make for a really interesting shirt, but I'm not sure if maybe I would like to save it for a dress instead.
And then we have Cardamom Dress. So this is a slightly fancier dress. I mean, not too fancy. I did make one of these with the skeleton hand and rose fabric, and I really like it. It's really cute, and I think when I wear it, I look feminine. I figured I would make another one, something I could wear to opening night or something, or just work. So I have this purple fabric. I was kind of thinking about doing something with the bib. So there's a 2-piece part in the bodice. There's the bib, and then there's the rest of the bodice. In my other dress, I had made it just black, so I was toying with changing the color around, but I didn't really like it, so I think it'll just be all purple.
I think this is going to be a really nice dress. I especially like the color and the very subtle print that is on the fabric.
The other part of this is that what I've seen a lot of people do is they'll do piping. So on my other dress, I did piping in like a dark red, and I don't have a contrasting color that I think would be appropriate, but I could do some piping in like black or purple. It's just like an added textural detail. I don't even have to do it at all, really, but it just looks more like a finished garment. So for number 6, I have another Seamwork pattern, the Marret Pants. They have these Marret Pants, which are palazzo culottes. I don't know. I think they describe them as palazzo pants. Another Reddit post I saw, this lady made some palazzo culottes. I think she called them culottes on her post, but culottes I think are cropped. Whatever. So I thought that this Marret would be similar, but I also thought I want it to be a bit more drapey, so I'm going to try adding a bit of fabric, and hopefully I have enough. I bought some rather expensive linen a couple years ago because I thought I was going to make some cool thing, and then I never did. And so I feel like this would be a good use for it, and I just really dig it. I never wanted to have like culottes or palazzo pants, but something in me just was struck.
I think this is going to be a really interesting pair of pants, especially if I can get it to drape the right way. I think it'll be really nice to wear with crop tops or anything really, maybe even a t-shirt.
Number 7, we have the Aster top, which is another Seamwork pattern. I had pulled from Pinterest a shirt that kind of looked similar with some shorter sleeves. The Aster top kind of comes with, you can have a long sleeve, or there's like, so I guess about a half sleeve, and it's a bit loose, so it looks nice tucked in. I just like it. It looks nice. It's casual. I don't know that I actually want to cut down the sleeve, but I feel like that's something I'll figure out when I get there.
Here's another use for that bat fabric. I'm not sure if I like this either, but I figured I would try it out as an option. So this is a bit of a different kind of Halloween-esque print, really more harvest. I think this could be a really nice thing to wear in the fall.
I got the bow top. So the bow top was one of the first pieces I actually tried to seriously construct as something that I was able to wear, but I made it out of cotton, and because it's like this big square, it kind of looked like scrubs, like oversized scrubs. So I tried cropping it and this, that, and the other thing. It's already kind of cropped, but it didn't turn out well. So that shirt is currently in my closet, and I'm thinking that I'll probably just take it and repurpose it into something else eventually. But I found a sheer fabric. It was on sale, and so it's kind of been hanging out in my stash. I think we're gonna make this bow top, and it's gonna be sheer. The model on the Seamwork website has a sheer one. It's a very plain, simple top. It's just an oversized, boxy t-shirt.
So this is a pretty simple pattern, but I think the simplicity allows you to get a little more creative with your fabric choices, and that's why I think the sheer fabric is going to work really well.
I'm going to make it in a size smaller because, as I mentioned, Seamwork makes these large patterns, and I think that they would suggest that I wear like their size 6, but a couple of times I've made their size 4, and there's enough like room that it fits perfectly fine. So our last Make 9 shirt is going to be the Natalie Shirt. Now, I have made this before. I made a really cool pumpkin shirt dress. I'm really into shirt dresses. The Natalie Shirt is like a retro bowling shirt, or a retro like Hawaiian style shirt. It's got this relaxed collar. This person on Instagram had made a cropped version, so I'm gonna do that. Now we have 2 options with this. I have some black linen, and I also have this cute cat pumpkin print.
I really like the texture of the linen fabric for this. I think it takes something that is black and very simple and really upgrades it. This really screams kitschy to me, and I really like it for that. It's very hard for me to choose between these two pieces.
I don't really know which one I want to do. Yeah, I do. I think I want to go with the black one. It'll be more like a basic piece than some kind of loud pattern. But I also really like the way the cat one looks. I bought this fabric also a while ago because I was going to make a skirt or something. Never did. And with the Natalie shirt, it just looks so iconic. The shirt pattern is like perfect for weird patterned fabrics. So I don't think that we're going to do the cat pumpkin one this time around, but I really want to, and I'm really tempted to turn this into a make 10, but I'm gonna try to limit myself to just the 9. I have a lot of really good ideas for what I want to do with all my fabrics, but there's just not enough time in the day and there's not enough space in my closet. And that wraps up our make 9 planning. Is there something that you want me to describe? I'm gonna try and do like a step-by-step process of each of these. I'm not gonna be too detailed because I'm just not the best person to learn sewing from. But if there's one of those that you want me to try to be more specific about, then let me know. And I will document all of the frustrations and mistakes and so forth. Like, comment, and subscribe, and share. I know that my other videos are bread, and this one's now sewing, but my tagline is videos about stuff, which means anything I want, really. It's really just a documentation of all of the things that I'm kind of making, more so than any one thing in particular, because I feel like people like to watch other people make stuff. I mean, I know I do. I get inspired by watching people make stuff, so maybe I can inspire someone to make stuff. Or not. That's fine too. I'm just doing it for me, just talking to the universe, waiting for someone to reply. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you're a subscriber. I appreciate all of the subscriptions I've got. We're just gonna go a little bit at a time. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you for the next one.